SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerian soul, are proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
Beautiful words in that national anthem. You're welcome to another day, another Wednesday, the 17th of September 2025. My name is Godwin Iwejuan, and we're here with on our usual update. We termed this one Africa, Global Africa updates. So I'm still waiting for my colleagues from the different angles. But before we start, I want to let our viewers know that SSM, what we're trying to do in SSM News Network is to give news from the Africans in the diaspora standpoint. That is, our own views as we see things happening in Africa, as we see things happening in Nigeria, and we'll be back out there. So you're welcome. You are welcome. And a statement of our brand is that here in SSM, we report with empathy. We put people at the heart of every of our story. We understand what people go through, mostly Africans, Nigerians. We understand what they go through. So we take that people-first approach in whatever we report, be it in news, politics, lifestyle, entertainment. We cover those stories about real life things. Also, we want you to know that regardless of who you are, where you live, whatever you believe, you can count on us to help you navigate through what's happening in the world and how it affects you. So once again, you're welcome. My name is Godwin Iwejuan, and before my colleagues come join me, some of the news headlines for is that our president, Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has returned to Abuja after vacationing in Europe. There are pictures we saw coming from Nigeria on that. There are pictures of him with some of his officials, Chief of Staff Femi Gbajabiamila, Coordinating Minister of Economy Wale Edu, the Senate President Apabio. We saw them receiving the president at the airport yesterday. So yeah, he's back from vacationing. He said he had to that leave to rest, to cool off, and I think now today work resumes. Yeah, so we're here to give these updates. Also, there is the information we got from the presidency that so far Nigeria has been able to register number of people in its database. We heard that it has been able to register 125 million Nigerians in that database called NIM. The NIM is the National Identity Number, and so far they've been able to register 126 million Nigerians. If you've not done your meme, it's time to do it. It's a way to have us on the Nigerian database. So the meme registration has done 106 million Nigerians registration. Meme is a national identity number. These are information coming in from Nigeria. We also have that news about something that happened in Imo State, Nigeria. Imo State is southeast Nigeria. Yesterday, the Nigerian army said captured a so-called self-styled ESN IPOB commandant. They said the name is Gentle the Yahoo. Gentle the Yahoo has been captured. A very notorious commander, like they say. And Gentle Yahoo, let's see a clip of Gentle Yahoo, some of his a video of him, and we'll come back to talk about it.
And if Hopo Sodima is denying that he did not have any meeting with Gentle and with my master and not the rest of the commanders, if Hopo Sodima swell over this, Hopo Sodima must die. And I am standing, making the world and our people to understand the kind of evil man that Hopo Sodima is. Standing family and standing gidigam, telling our people this. If Hopo Sodima did not have meeting with me and my master, with other commanders, let I not be a
very interesting. But before we continue, let's welcome Raji Raji from Lagos, Nigeria. You're welcome. You're welcome to Wednesday 17th Global Africa update. How are you, big man?
I'm very well, thank you. Good morning. Good morning, viewers around the world. Welcome to our Wednesday.
Good. Program. Nice. Good to see you. Yes. A few minutes ago, I was introducing the program and today's topics. And I started with the talk from late Nigeria of our president returning from his vacation. Did you see Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Raji? Were you there at the airport too, with those that received him?
No, I was. No, there are actually some statues always waiting at the airport to receive him or to send him off. I was in my whole. I just heard the rumor that he has snuck me like a thief in the night and came and landed in Abuja. Welcome to the country back. I hope he'll stay longer this time before he goes back. Yes.
Yes, we hope he'll stay longer this time before he goes back. Thank you.
Yes.
They say he has resumed work today, and he said it was nice. He took the rest. So let's see how that goes. Too much rest. We've not seen more work done, but we're seeing rest, holiday, traveling. Raji. Okay. Also, I gave the update on an information also coming from the Abuja direct to us. It says that Nigeria has so far registered 126 million people in that in identity database called National Identity Numbers, NIM. 126 million people. Raji, have you gotten your meme? Have you done the registration?
I must have done it about more than 10 years ago. I have everything: my BVN, my NIN, my PVC, my passport, my driving license. All are
nice, good. So you're among the 126 million. That's good. Let me ask you then. Okay. Do you think the national identity number thing, do you think it will work? Do you think it could be used for what they say it could be used for, services, utilities, and all of that? Do you think it could do all of that function?
I should think so. In fact, we have too many IDs. You have your driver's license, you have your passport, you have your NIN, you have your BVN, all those things. I'm sure they are all going to be put into the single database so that there will be no disjoint database. And then from that, a tax ID can be generated for everybody who has a bank account through the BVN. I think
Because what I'm asking this is, yes, what I'm asking this is the tax plan for next year, 2026. They now say you need to have a tax ID identification plan again, card. So why can't the NIN become the document for the tax plan? Why are they creating too many IDs, ID everywhere?
As a matter of fact, I think that they could do that with the BVN, and I think that's what they're going to do. Because if you have a bank account, you definitely have a BVN, and that BVN is a unique number, which can also be your TID, yes, or TIN, yes.
TIN, team.
Yes,
but the instruction. But the instruction we got here, because we asked questions direct. The what we heard is TIN will become compulsory for everybody as long as you're into goods and services and need to pay tax. So that was what we heard. So I don't know if the NIN will do that or the BVN. They said the TIN, the team, TIN, will be the option of the identity for that. So put your nose on that news. Let's know so Nigerians in the diaspora could be carried along too.
I've just told you. I've just told you, if you have a bank account, you definitely will have a BVN. And that BVN is supposed to be part of what would generate your TIN. So you don't have to go and start a whole process of generating a TIN. It's already there with your BVN.
But there will be a TIN. That's a fact. The fact is there will be a separate ID for tax from next year. Do you understand what you're saying? Yes.
I understand it perfectly.
So there will be a separate ID. Our viewers need to know that, the diaspora people need to understand that. But the process of getting it, it involves you having your BVN.
It is not exactly an ID. It is TIN, a tax identification number. Every company has one. Yes, a number, not an ID. It's a number, just like the BVN, just like the NIN. So you don't necessarily have to go through a rigorous process to get another ID for that. No.
All right. Thank you for that. So the Nigerians in diaspora will understand that. We hear what Raji is saying. He's on ground. He's giving us how it's going to be. From next year, the Tinubu's government will be very strict on tax. A lot of activities will be taxed on, and you need to have your TIN, tax identification number, which will be derived from, like he said, the BVN and the NIN. All right, Raji. Also, the other news I was giving while you came in is Imo State, Nigeria. This is a very notorious man. He says he's a ESN IPOP commander, and he has an interesting, very funny name there, Gentle the Yahoo. Gentle the Yahoo. Now, Gentle the Yahoo has been the one doing most of those, some of those very wild, grievous crime happening in the southeast. He's behind it, Gentle Yahoo. He's behind killings of different types. So now the good news is we heard he's been captured. Did you hear that news, Raji? They said the Nigerian army.
I heard that, yes.
Okay. So into Yahoo, some other people say he's like the killing machine for the man they caught in Finland. The other one Simon Ekpa, another very, yes. So all these people parade themselves as very notorious people, but they parade themselves as a voice for the IPOB, and they really don't represent anything of such. They don't also represent the Igbo people, or neither do they speak for us, or nothing. They're just hoodlums, very dangerous people. So the other one has been kidnapped, has been captured, and Gentle Yahoo now is with the Nigerian army, probably telling them what all he has done and all he knows. They later reported that the operation resulted in a seizure of large packs of weapons and items, dangerous items, pistols and special ammunitions and cartridges, all kinds of military uniform. This was what they said yesterday. So how do you put this, Raji? When a country has these kind of people rise from different corners, we used to have similar person in the north back in the days, the founder of the Boko Haram, and we've had all these very disgruntled people. I mean, what will you say about such entities, Raji? What will you say?
See, I'm really, what should I say? I want to choose my words very well with you. As you are talking, I can see the glee in your eyes about this gentleman having been arrested. Apart from the regular sit at home on Mondays, which I really object. Really object. I don't think that much havoc has been perpetrated in the southeast as much has been perpetrated by known bandits in the northwest, in the northeast, and the north central.
Okay.
Yesterday, I saw a photograph of a meeting of somewhere, is it in Katsina State, and an identified terrorist, bandit, was prominent in the meeting. Bello Trigi is still missing in action. The government knows it. The government knows where he is, whatever it is. But I can see your glee as a member of your own people that have been arrested for whatever it is, and the army has been there. The army is very, very effective when they are doing things in the southeast, but there's more damage being done in the northwest and the northeast that the army knows about, and sometimes it seems the army is in collusion. The whole of the middle belt is under threat of bandits and marauders. Daily, do we hear of people being killed and people being removed from their villages? And the army knows about it, and the army is aware of it, and nothing is being done. You are
okay. Yes. The thing is, it's not really like celebrating. The thing is that somebody is doing evil, bad somewhere, does not justify everybody to be doing bad.
Sir Mark, let me assure you, as the man himself said, all these people who are non-state people are in collusion with the governors of the people of the state, governors of their states, and the governors know them. It is only when there's a breakdown of disarrangement and confluence of their interest. That's when the governor will probably point him out and get him arrested. But
yes, because he actually said that he has had meetings with the state governor. But that meeting could be termed as it could be a decoy to
you are looking for If you are looking for excuses for the governor, you are looking for excuses for or justification.
No. I'm not looking for excuses. I'm only saying we don't know. We don't know what.
You are making
we don't know what
the governor look. Then
really, what I'm trying to say, we don't know what could have called for that, because the governor knows he's a very bad, he's a like you said, non-state actor, and they know what he does. So he might not be having a meeting to support him, or it could be to I don't know. We don't know. Let's not say anything.
No,
let's not say anything.
So that's why it shouldn't have started. It should have started without.
But I know that this gentleman, gentle Yahoo, has been a bone in the neck, pain in the neck of Igbo people. That's my state too, and anything that they could have done to want to get him was applied. Okay, let's go further. So that's the news. You are tuned into Wednesday Global Africa update, and I'm here with Raji with some news updates. So what was happening yesterday? Yesterday we saw people jumping from building, trying to escape fire, trying to run. Say a story building in Broad Street, Marina, Lagos State, went up flames yesterday. Now they said the fire was started from an inventor room to the basement, blah blah blah. Raji, tell us. You live around, you live close to. What was that thing that happening there in Marina?
Yeah, I also saw videos.
You can mute. Well, let's see some of the actions when we talk about it.
That's staircase. You didn't say fire did not live. Now where do people live here?
Yeah. But
go
ahead. Before I come to my talk, you can go ahead.
The guy who John might have been a Boy Scout from childhood. Now, see, this also tells us that we have serious issues with fire and how to take people out of a burning building from start, because otherwise they don't have to be jumping from.
No, but first, what's happening? What happened? What was it? What was the fire? How did it begin? What was it about?
The fire supposedly started in probably in the basement of the UBA office on Marina. Okay. It's a 6 or 7 story building. Used to be the head office of UBA at some point, before they moved to their main office on Marina. This one is probably on Broad Street, not on Marina, Broad Street. Now Broad Street. You can see the way the guys were jumping out of the windows, even from the 6th floor. I saw one guy jump from the 6th floor, the 5th floor. That is dangerous for him. I don't think he will survive it. But the guys who threw out a beanbag before jumping, I'm sure the terrorist in us, he was aware of his movement and landed on the beanbag. There should be a fire escape process for every building. Yes, for every building, there should be a master point, and I'm sure there will be a master point I don't know how many times they do fire drills, because all those fire drills are very necessary, just in case
Yes,
of,
very necessary. Yes, mostly for those kind of building structures,
buildings. Yes.
skyscrapers, all that. It's not, you don't just build and let it like that. You make plans for such emergencies.
Yes, and then there should be a clear pathway to follow when there's a fire.
Yes.
Yes, when there's a fire. And then there will be fire extinguishing equipment along the route, so that you can pick one and start fire. Yes. I don't think they do regular fire drills. No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? All right, viewers. We're talking about what happened yesterday at the UBA building, Afriland Tower, I called it, in Broad Street. He said Broad Street, and the fire went off. It was, they said it came out from an inventor room that was located around the basement of the building, and it began to spread to floors in that building. So videos we just saw now, for example, has people jumping all the way from high elevation. It's sad. That's what we're saying here, viewers, how such a building didn't have a plan for emergency like that. Here in the West, you don't, in fact, the building will be brought down if it doesn't have that kind of plan. You need to have plans for emergency, earthquake, fire, anything, any of those. Yes, there are plans for it.
There are fire codes. There are codes for every building anywhere in the world. It's a standard code. I don't know. I don't know their containment plan for in case of a fire, but there should also be a containment plan, so that the fire does not spread beyond the primary area. Yes.
Area. Okay, right. Thank you. But do we have any deaths? Were there reported deaths, injured people? Do we have serious critical?
I've not heard more details about that.
Okay, we hope there won't be, because that would be very sad. Yes, there won't be. Okay, thank you, Raji. Raji, good one. Viewers, we are still here, Wednesday of Global Africa Update. Raji, let's have a small break. We'll be back. Let's go do some, drink water, refresh your throat, and come back. Thank you.
In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
This country has some of the most extraordinary culinary diversity in the world. I'm talking about Nigeria. This first dish is amala abula, made popular by the Yoruba people in southwest Nigeria. It starts with amala made from dried yam and then is covered in a variety of soups. Next we have ofe nsala, a white soup that is synonymous with the Igbo people of southeastern Nigeria. It goes best with fufu, or akbo as the Igbos call it. Next we have suya, the most well-known food of the Hausa and Fulani people of northern Nigeria. Meat is covered in a peanut-based powder called yaji and cooked over an open fire. This is banga and starch, a classic of the Urhobo people of Delta State. Lastly, we have onunu, a plantain-based swallow of the Izon people in south-south Nigeria. We are eating it with fisherman soup, popular throughout this whole region. And of course, we don't forget the jollof rice. This is popular everywhere in Nigeria. I think what makes Nigeria so great is the diversity of all the different people coming together. These beautiful ethnic groups living side by side, sharing culture and cuisine, is what makes Nigeria such an amazing country to visit. Nigerians should be so proud of that cultural heritage, as there is so much more that unites than divides them.
In aviation, this is the London Gatwick Airport. Over 30 million people fly through its single runway annually, and it's owned by a Nigerian. In robotics, this is Apple's Mechamon, world first gaming robot sold exclusively by Apple. It was made by a Nigerian, Silas Adekunle. In leadership, the first African to lead the World Trade Organization as Director General. She's Nigerian. Africa's richest man and business tycoon Aliko Dangote a Nigerian. In sports, Victor Osimhen, the highest goal-scoring African in Series A, and is currently leading the most goals scored by an African in a single season. He's a Niger boy, a two-time former unified world heavyweight champion, Anthony Oluwafemi Joshua. He's a Nigerian. In music, Rema holds the record for the most streams on Spotify by an African artist. He's Nigerian. In medicine, Dr. Oluyinka, he did an unquote impossible operation. He's Nigerian. In tech, Africa's most valuable fintech organization, Flutterwave, has an evaluation of over $3 billion and was founded by, of course, a Nigerian. In food, Hilda Basi of Nigeria holds the Guinness World Record for the longest cooking time, 93 hours 11 minutes. She's Nigerian. Let's make sure the narrative that comes out of a country is the best. The bad should not overwhelm the storytelling of the good, so it's our responsibility to shape our
Schengen Story magazine is an African international bi-monthly magazine based in Milan, Italy, and founded in 2016. The publication focuses on personalities, fashion, style, entrepreneurship, and culture for Africans. Though articles on food, movies, fitness, music, travel, sports, technology, and books are also featured. Our lives full of best stories. A lot can happen in a month. Expand your mind, change your world. Get Schengen Story magazine's full editions. Celebrating Africans make an impact. Read better, the inside story. Your fashion magazine for a better lifestyle. Inspiring stories for you. Your monthly dose of entertainment. A better mind keeping you updated.
SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time.
Yes, we're here. You're welcome back to SSM Wednesday Global Africa Update. Raji, got you. So, Raji, let's talk about something that concerns me and you, because we're in media, we're in the media business, we are out here. Now, there's a young man called Showere. You know him. Showere is suing DSS. He's suing Facebook, Meta. He's suing X over alleged rights violation. He says unconstitutional censorship against his account on social media by these companies and the federal government of Nigeria. So let's talk about these things. We know not too long ago we were talking about federal government putting ban on a lot of content, a lot of people, social media content. In fact, some handles were taken off that period, some million handles. So Sure is bringing it to light again, and we think we should talk about it since we are also in this field. Raji, what do you say? Is Sure right to be to say his rights being his freedom to speak, expression are being violated?
See, I don't think it's a matter of right or wrong or whatever. I think this government is getting too sensitive. It is when the government is failing that it gets oversensitive about what people say about it. If the government is doing right, regardless of what people say, let your action, let the things you are doing speak for you. There's too much propaganda on the side of this government. That is why they are also against any other publications or writings that will contradict what they want us to believe. But Showere has always been a keen activist in the side of the government. Yes. He's an activist. He can be too rambunctious sometimes, but there's always truth in some of the things he says. You may not agree with him entirely, but there's always truth in what he says. And the government is getting oversensitive. If the government is doing right, I don't think the government will bother too much about what Sowore writes about it.
Okay,
Yes.
but take note that there is a Cyber Crime Act of 2025 that has been officially passed out, and some of what he's saying falls under that Cyber Act law. So,
it's all part of government trying to stifle independent opinion. The APC, led by Tinubu himself and his propaganda team, did worse to Jonathan when Jonathan was there. They did far worse, and therefore they should just sit back and get a bit of their own medicine that they served Jonathan. Yeah, the so-called cyber whatever crime. It's just a part of what they are trying to do to stifle independent opinion. And you can't criminalize my opinion.
You can't criminalize my opinion. Okay, so you say it doesn't matter the Cyber Crime Act that's been passed, but there has to be control also. Even though we stand also, we stand against all of censorship. We suffer censorship also. Go ahead. Okay, so that's it.
And whatever.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm losing you, Raji. That's it, viewers. Presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, he calls it, Omo Yele Sowore, has filed a 2 fundamental rights action against the federal government, against Facebook and the X media companies, because he says they are there is an unconstitutional censorship against his accounts, and he's not happy with this. So let's see how that plays out. Nobody should be censored. I mean, if we say we are in a time when there is freedom of speech, then every man should be able to express himself at any point in time. So this is what is happening to Omo Yele Sowore in Nigeria as of now. Raji, I'm losing you there, but also on the news today, we're looking at Trump as he arrives in the UK for a second state visit. Trump is in the UK for a second state visit, and a lot of things is going to be a great time. Let's see this clip of him arriving, leaving and arriving. Let's see. Yes, that's the president, the United States American president, leaving for the UK for a second visit. His Air Force One touched down yesterday at Stansted Airport in London, and he says it'll be fascinating to meet up with the Prime Minister of the UK, and let's see how he'll also be visiting the King Charles. He will be visiting King Charles. And we'll see how that plays out. More updates on Thursday or Friday will come for international news updates. Yes, to crop it up, Mandarin, the Chinese language, is now being added to the Nigerian school curriculum. Mandarin language is the China's language. I wanted my colleagues to be around so we talk about this, but I wonder where they are. So China, Nigeria has now embedded the Chinese language as one of the official language to be taught in schools. This means a lot. This means a lot. We're going to keep that discussion for another time, because what this means now is gradually China has crept into Nigeria. Gradually, China is now China's culture and language will now be taught to us, and we'll be soon we'll all be speaking Chinese. Raji, Raji, are you there? Raji, I missed you the other time. Are you here?
Sorry, my network. Yes, I'm back.
Oh dear, your network is okay. So, okay, can you hear me? I can't see you, but I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. I can see you.
You can see me. Okay. I'm wrapping it up. I've addressed some of the topics also. So I'm rounding it up with Mandarin, Chinese language, is now being introduced into Nigerian secondary school curriculum, and this will now also become part of the subject to be taught in secondary school. Mandarin. So this means a lot, Raji. Don't you think? What's your view on this, Raji?
Yeah, you see, China has become a global power, actually displacing the US in so many fields. And so it's all good that if you could, yes, learn their language. But I don't know how far they are going to go. We used to do French. In my former school, we used to do Hebrew and Latin, even up to O levels. Yes.
Okay.
So introducing new languages will not be too bad. Across the north, people are encouraged also to read Arabic, because the Quran is mainly written in Arabic. And it is better for them to also learn the language of their faith. Yes.
Okay.
So I think
Yes,
it's
not bad to. Yes, it's not bad to learn a new language and expand your horizon, your views in life.
Yes,
but
yes.
in some cases, what I see here is imposing somebody else's culture, tradition on us again. And we've gone through that before with all of this French, Portuguese, and English and everything. And now,
the best way to colonize the people is to teach them your language, and then in a way make them start thinking in your language. So I hope this is not the beginning of a Chinese colonization of the Nigerian mind.
it is Raji, if you ask me, because what this means now is they've come in. Our government has accepted them, and they will bring their ways to us. So when will Africa become a frontier in development, and also let other people learn our language? That's what we want. Let people learn our Swahili, learn our Twi, learn our Igbo, learn our Yoruba. The Hausa is spoken anyway. Hausa is spoken in most parts of the world, but it's time to. I mean, this colonization thing is what we're doing in Africa is just following, being colonized, being captured, being forced into other people's culture, all because we are lagging behind in development, in technology, and all of that. It's sad. Anyway, for the students, it's a beautiful time it's an opportunity to learn this language and maybe use it in the future to do things in China, businesses, and all of that. Raji, what do we say?
Yes, because because of the population of the Chinese, because of the volume of trade we do with them, because of the volume of trade we do with them, it's better for us to understand their language as they also understand our language. It is not easy for Igbo to be made a prominent language somewhere else, but Yoruba has been able to break through some barriers and is widely accepted in Brazil, for instance, and a lot of people in Cuba understand some things when you see it in Yoruba, because their local language also has a lot of Yoruba in it. But the Chinese coming into us now, I think we should also be proud of our indigenous culture first. If we have any kind of inferiority complex, which has been with us since our British colonial times, whereby even in the very hot climate, you will see an African man in suits and ties. We should be careful that our mind is not taken over by a culture that is not ours. While we displace our own culture and our own language becomes vernacular, while we pride ourselves in speaking that foreign language. I think we should be careful about that.
Strong talk, Raji. Okay. Raji, I think this is about how it is today. We won't go too long. We've done what's important. Thank you very much for coming. Yes. Viewers, thank you for tuning in again. What matters is showing out here. Raji has done this for us, giving his views. And I think that's for it for today. Till we come again on Friday. Let all man have a wonderful midweek and the rest of the week. So, Raji, we'll be looking at Trump in the UK, some other international news also, the Iran, the Israel-Gaza war that is escalating more and more, Ukraine-Russia war that is escalating. So these are all some of the topics for Friday. So come prepared, Raji.
Yeah.
So viewers, until then, Raji, what do you say? Go ahead.
Just before we go, you see, we keep talking about a war in Gaza. There's no war in Gaza. There's a devastation, ethnic cleansing, and the oppression of the Israelis, of the Palestinians by the Israelis in Gaza. There's genocide going on. It's not a war.
Genocide going on.
War in Gaza.
War.
Yes.
Genocide going on in a war. Okay, we'll talk about that on Friday. Until then, have a great day, Raji. Thank you for coming. Bye.
Thank you, man. Bye.
Yeah.